Hello, and welcome to this week's Coronation Street Spoilers. Week commencing the 7th of August 2023. Jenny and Daisy are gutted when a croaky Glenda reveals she has lost her voice and can't perform at the event they are throwing to impress the Newtons. Philip Newton is impressed, however, when he finds out Glenda had booked singer Glyn Young. When an elderly old man with a hearing aid arrives, Jenny, Glenda and Daisy are thrown into panic. They fear the night could be a flop, threatening the chances of Philip and Henry agreeing to buy the Rovers. Henry gently breaks the news to Jenny that having looked at the accounts, the brewery isn't prepared to buy the Rovers and hands her the contact details of a developer. Meanwhile, Eliza lies to Yasmin and Stu that she is going to Holiday Club. When Stu finds out there is no Holiday Club and he can't find her anywhere, he is shocked to find her with a strange man at the precinct. Elsewhere, Rufus' wife Lou calls at the factory and tells Stephen and Michael she has cancelled the meeting as the inquest report into Rufus's death is due out tomorrow. She suspects foul play and she has contacted the Gazette. Stephen masks his panic. Alone in the factory office, Stephen scours the press for reports about Rufus's death. Also today, Dev returns home to find Bernie setting up a massage table. Bernie reveals that she found it in a skip and plans to use it to earn a bit of cash. What could go wrong? Finally, in the Rovers' backyard, an already tipsy Adam tells Dee Dee he's heading into town to get drunk and forget about the last few weeks. A despondent Jenny tells Daisy that a property developer is coming to value the pub. In the cabin, Steve and George reveal that they've set up a crowdfunding page in the hope they can save the Rovers. George suggests to Gemma that, given her history with Henry, she could use her womanly wiles to change his mind about buying the place. Gemma arrives at a hotel, expecting to work on a cider promotion. Henry explains that there is no promotion and he just wanted some time alone with her. How will she react? When George lets slip that Gemma is meeting Henry and going to try and work her magic on him, Chesney is angry to realize she lied to him and heads over to the hotel. What will he find? Richard, a property developer, calls at the Rovers. When Daisy explains that Jenny has no option but to sell up, Steve and George are gutted. Back at home, Gemma explains she was only trying to save the Rovers and is not interested in Henry. Meanwhile, as Carla and Stephen see a client out of the factory, Lou approaches and Stephen's heart sinks. Lou confides in Stephen and Carla that the coroner found that Rufus died by misadventure. Lou tells Stephen that as far as she's concerned, Rufus's drug-fueled death still doesn't stack up. Stephen assures her it was obviously a tragic accident. Elsewhere, Eliza confides in Sam that she's worried her mum might try and stop her from seeing her dad. Stu calls Bridget and informs her that Eliza has been in contact with her dad. Also today, at number 8, Lauren rejects a call from her dad but admits to Max that she still misses him. Shona tells Lauren that she has got her a job at the cafe. Lauren is grateful, but nervous. Finally, a disheveled Adam returns from his night out and in a bid to make Sarah jealous, tells Daniel he had a great night and didn't get much sleep. A guilty Stephen struggles at Rufus Memorial. After being asked by Rufus' son Jules how he knew his dad, he hurries out. Returning with the staff from the factory in tow, he explains to Carla that he thought it would make Rufus look more popular. When Jules makes an emotional speech about his dad, Stephen hurries off to the gents, watched by Carla and Lou. He returns and is horrified when he sees his tie-pin in a bag that Lou shows him containing Rufus' things that were found by the side of the pool. When Lou mentions Rufus' missing watch, Peter is forced to confess to Carla that he found it in the back of his cab and pawned it for her rehab. Stephen is shocked when Lou reveals she is going to show the tie-pin to the police as it didn't belong to Rufus. Meanwhile, Gemma feels bad about the pub going up for sale when she feels she could put a stop to it all if Chesney would let her work with Henry. Bernie calls at the kebab shop and tells Chesney that he needs to get over his dislike of Henry and prove to Gemma that he trusts her to work with him. Gemma meets up with Henry in the precinct and tells him that if he promises to save the pub, she'll accept his job offer. Henry's delighted. At number 5, Gemma breaks the news to Chesney that Henry has agreed to buy the Rovers but on condition she takes the job as his PA. Burying his anxiety, Chesney hugs her. Elsewhere, Max wishes Lauren good luck and says he will pop into the cafe to give her moral support. Lauren gets off to a rocky start in the cafe, but Shona assures Roy she'll get the hang of it. When Sabrina approaches Max and suggests they hang out at number 8, Max sends Lauren a text, telling her he won't have time to drop by the cafe. Unbeknown to him, a downcast Lauren watches him from across the street as he heads home with Sabrina. Sabrina admits to Max that she really likes him, but as long as Lauren remains in his life, a relationship is out of the question. Max is torn. Who will he choose? Lauren returns home and tells Max and Shona that Roy has given her the job on a permanent basis. Elsewhere, Stu apologizes to Eliza for the way he treated her dad. Eliza's unforgiving. Yasmin and Stu return home to find Eliza FaceTiming her dad. Stu loses his temper and a row ensues. Also today, Hope practices her solo in front of Ruby, fully expecting to land the lead role in the Little Big Shots Summer Spectacular. At the community center, Glenda announces that Ruby has landed the lead role and Eliza, Kira and Hope will be her backing singers. Ruby's thrilled whilst Hope smarts. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's Coronation Street Spoilers.